Alright, hello everybody, it's me, Clock, and today we'll be playing Don't Talk to Strangers, a yandere visual novel. Let's start. I'm a dude. Your name is Clockers. I lazily opened my eyes and looked around. The keyboard, on which, judging by my aching cheek, I fell asleep, did a horrible job of trying to resemble a pillow. That stuff is comfy. The outlines of the keys were traced on my cheek. E, R, D, and F were the most noticeable ones. The rest of the keyboard was barely visible. Lucky laptop keyboard? Bro, I'm on a mechanical one. Fortunately, these outlines were already fading. I glanced at the computer screen. It had already come out of sleeping mode as soon as I had raised my head. A bright white spot of a text document was glowing on it. Well, pretty much white. You gotta download that black background for Google Docs. It's really useful, okay? Well, pretty much white. Almost the entire document was full of the letters on which I had fallen asleep. And all this mess took about 900 pages! Sweet! Man, I didn't know I was such a good writer while asleep. Sleep writing. Yet it seemed like that even this mishmash of symbols made more sense than the article I was supposed to write. Wait. The article! I have a deadline soon, and the only thing I have is the title I no longer like. What have I been doing all these days? Oh, right. I was resting. Well, I guess no matter how I hated the very idea of it, I had to get back to work. Created a new document, because deleting all this 900-page hodgepodge would take plenty of time, and added a new title to it. Where are they? I think I just deleted said title. Mysterious disappearances. The police are indifferent. Okay, not that one either. People are going missing, for fuck's sake. Definitely not that one. No, my boss will strangle me to death, and I'll become the next missing person. I leaned back in my chair and sighed loudly. I'm going to turn up the sound a little bit and the music. Just a tiny little bit. Just a little bit, baby bit. Leaned back in my chair and sighed loudly. Nothing came to my head, no matter how hard I tried. And then as I was looking at the wall like an idiot, it suddenly dawned on me. I gotta clear my head and get some fresh air. This might help. And maybe, just maybe, inspiration will suddenly come to me, and I will write something so scandalous and so harsh that I would make a killing. Besides, I remembered that my refrigerator has been irritating me with its emptiness for days. 2 birds with 1 stone. But I must get out of the chair first. I once read in an article that changing the usual walking route may have a positive effect on the brain. Sounds kind of silly to be honest, but it may be worth trying. Yeah, the positive effect on the brain is that you get hit by a car. What if some kind of miracle happens? But even if it doesn't, I will at least enjoy the pleasant weather. Nice. Now. By the way, this game was originally in Russian and was out in Russian for like a month or something, or even longer. It just now got its English translation, so if you see any errors in the translation, you know, maybe leave a comment, but, you know, understand this was translation, okay? And some of the stuff in the background you may see is in Russian, okay? But wow. I went out onto a street I've never been on. My brain was confused for a moment about my whereabouts, and I felt a bit uneasy. Just like a fish that accidentally jumped out of a fish tank and was trying to find its way back. But I quickly got used to the new surroundings and was able to figure out where to go. I also love that Twitch chat is like simping really hard for Clock right now. What the hell? They're they're kissing ass. Anyway, the place was quite interesting for someone who was here for the first time. Those weird benches, for example. Were these even benches in the first place? Ugh. Anti-homeless benches, bro. By the wall, there was a tall post posted with various leaflets and posters. Can I click on nothing else? Wow. Wait. No, click on that. Click on it. I got curious about the posters. Yeah, I was gonna say, what the hell? As I got closer, I noticed several job search ads. A poster about the upcoming festival, which took place several months ago. Driving school ads. A missing dog poster. And the missing person poster. I lifted the movie poster pasted on top to get a better look. Nora Anderson. Left her house on 5th of April around 4:30 p.m. and didn't return. Chat, what do you say? Do you say the 5th of April or do you just say April 5th? In North America, it's very common to just say like April 5th. But I know that in like the Inglando area, they say 5th of April. They add that extra of to make it really long, the sentence. April 5? You're going to jail, bro. You're going to jail. If you walked up to me and I said, "Hey, what's the date?" and you said it's April 5, I would clock you in the face. I'm not going to lie, okay? I use both. I say both. I ain't got no time for 5th of April, bro. No, I'm saying April 5th date. Churbum line, get wrecked. Huh. That face looks familiar. Isn't this my friend's face? Isn't this my friend's friend? I can be wrong, but... 5th of 4th? Oh my god, I just say that day. You're even worse. If I'm being formal, I'll say the 5th. No way. You actually just walk up and say, yeah, it's 5 April. It's April 5. No way, bro. I'm clocking all of y'all right now. No, it's definitely her. I can't say we were good friends, or friends at all. We occasionally crossed paths when our groups were hanging out together. I didn't even remember her name right away. It's Nora Anderson! Supposed place of disappearance of the Fresh Eco Market's surroundings. Was spotted on CV cameras at 5:45 p.m. Height 5'5", blonde dyed hair, brown eyebrows, upturned nose, has freckles. Always has a pink hair clip in her hair, has a tattoo on the right shoulder, a small crown. Oh, they got rid of the call number. Hey, I see a little smiley face over here. Take one of these. Somebody who knows Russian, tell me what this says right now, okay? April 5th for Canadians? Yeah, that's how we say it in Canada. For most Canadians, they would say that. Didn't even remember her name right away. And yet I can't help but feel some kind of eeriness. It says clock is dumb. No! You don't know Russian! Realizing that I saw her not so long ago and now she's missing. Also, if that's true, where's the smiley face, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. You don't know Russian. You don't know what you're talking about. And yet I can't help but feel some kind of eeriness realizing that I saw her not so long ago and now she's missing. Why didn't I notice these flyers with her face on them before? Also, sorry, YouTube. The thoughts about the missing girl filled my head for about 5 minutes. However, they disappeared as quickly as they appeared, as soon as I left the street. Turning the corner, I saw a building that I'd never seen before. A police station. I even felt a little anxious at the sight of it. As I was passing by, I slowed down a little to get a better look at the people scurrying inside behind the windows and glass doors. I smirked. What a pleasant feeling it is to watch someone work when you're walking carelessly without any need to go anywhere today. I sound like a dick. I even felt sorry for these hard workers. A bit. What the hell? Even though the thoughts about the article were sitting in my head, I allowed myself to take my mind off of them for a while. At least until I get home and sit down at my computer. I sped up, but when I was ready to continue my journey to the shop, someone called out to me. Who the fuck is that? I turned my head and noticed a person standing against the wall of the police station. They shouted again. Hey, you there. I turned around and stared at a point behind me, thinking that the stranger was calling someone who was standing on the other side of the street. But to my surprise, I didn't see anyone and turned back to this guy. Are you talking to me? Do you see any other people around? Come here. Great. Why me? Why would you walk up? Oh, it's a fucking cop. Okay, never mind. Never mind, shit. Shit, chat. Put it up your asshole right now. Chat, the goods better be up your butthole. I'll come closer and notice that this guy was wearing a police uniform. And that's when I realized it was a police woman, not a policeman. Wait a minute. This is... Oh, I feel really bad. I thought this was about a man. Oh. Well, my bad. It's a woman. Okay. Let's use our brain clock. If a law enforcement officer calls you in the middle of a deserted street, what could that mean? Now, chat, your butthole's not safe. She's gonna reach in. It's okay if a female officer reaches in, chat. You better fucking run. Anuxius made the right call. You better fucking run, chat. Anything. God damn it. What have I done already? I decided that I needed to act decisively and carefully. Ow! Show my best side and not arouse any suspicion. To deny everything? To charm her! If I had known that I could meet such a wonderful woman on this path, I would have walked on this street every day. Nice try, but it doesn't work on me. I've seen worse. Hey, with Riz, that just looks like another hole as a goal. Oh god. I called you for another reason. Oh my god. What happened to her face? What? To ask, to stare, to muffle curiosity. I'm gonna ask. What happened to your face, ma'am? Oh, wait. To ask. Sorry for prying into your business, but... I squinted my eyes, as if trying to figure out if I was seeing the object of my curiosity for real or not. What happened to you? Did this just happen, by the way? Was this just now? Like, lady, put on an eye patch. Like, this is still red. Huh. What do you mean? Your face. She paused for a moment. I assume she was trying to find a more polite way to tell me to go fuck myself. First of all, you're not excused. Secondly, asking women, especially the ones you see for the first time, about what's wrong with their faces is extremely rude. And thirdly, it's none of your business. She looked up at me appraisingly and grinned. Anyway, do you have a lighter? But like, actually though, I didn't say it, chat, but now that we talked to her and now I know what her personality is a bit like, I gotta say, smash! No! Sorry, okay. I mean, no. I do say smash, but in reality, I think she's gonna smash me. She put her hand in her chest pocket and pulled out a cigarette, showing it to me. I accidentally left mine at home. To search in the pockets, to refuse politely to make a remark. Search in my pockets. I started slapping myself frantically at every pocket I had. And finally, I found a match. Where did I even get it? I don't know well enough yet. That's reasonable. No lighter, but I have a match. Is it enough? Of course. But there's nothing to light it on. I don't even have a matchbox. That will be more than enough for me. Will she light the match on her fingers, her face, her eyeball, or her shoe? She snatched the match out of my hand and made such a smug expression on her face that it seemed to me that she was going to light this match with her mind. But no, she got up on one foot and swiped the match on the sole of her shoe. Aw, man. Kind of would have been badass if she used her hand. The match lit up, although not on the first try. I could only stare at its flames with my mouth wide open. I've never seen anyone light a match like that before. Really? That's really common, actually. It was the best free fire show I've seen in the last few years. She giggled softly. Looks like she liked my joke. Riz? You're welcome. You should see how I light it up on other surfaces. You know, I rarely see unfamiliar faces on the street, although I go out for a smoke break almost every day. Where are you from? Oh, well, I live a couple of blocks away from here. Not very far. I just decided to take a different route today. That's how I got here. Accidentally. I didn't even know there was a police station right next to me all this time. Maybe I've never noticed it because I didn't pay enough attention to my surroundings. I didn't know why, but I suddenly wanted to lighten the mood. Why don't you take a different route too and come by to my neighborhood as well? Or is it necessary to break the law for this to happen? If I find out that you're responsible for whatever happens there, I will send my colleague to the scene. What? After a short pause, she looked at her wrist. Oh, damn. Just look at this. My smoke break is over. It's time for me to go back to work. Bye-bye, random passerby. Thanks for the match. At least my smoke break wasn't wasted. I didn't even have time to respond as she went back to the station. I could only follow her with my eyes. Finally, I went back to the road I was walking on. What was that? Wait a second. She didn't have a watch on the wrist. No! No, dude! Chad, do you know what that means? Chad, do you know what that means? She made an excuse to get away from me. She made an excuse to get away from me, chat. Okay, I fumbled. She didn't have a watch. She didn't have a watch on her wrist. Damn. Safe and sound. Exactly under no circumstances you should talk to strangers, kids. Great job. What? You're waiting for more praises or something? Was that an ending? That was an ending. Okay. I mean that makes sense. That made sense. We were a dick, weren't we? Okay. What if we make a remark? Shouldn't a policeman respect public order? Not smoking in public places, for example? You're a smart one, huh? For your knowledge, we see so much stuff that it won't take long for a policeman to start drinking, so be grateful it's just a cigarette. Smartass. An awkward pause emerged in the air. The cigarette was put back in the chest pocket. For a second, I felt lousy about commenting on another person's behavior. I don't even know her. Smoker? I barely know her. Maybe she really needed that cigarette. Sorry, I didn't know. She didn't say anything and just stared at me. Looked like she was trying to eat me with her eyes. Okay, never mind. You know... Oh, wait. Can I skip? Where are you from? Oh, well, okay, well, let's skip. If I find out that you're responsible for whatever happens there, I will send my colleague to the scene. She looked at her wrist. Smoke break is over. It's time for me to go back to work. Bye-bye, random passerby who wasted my time and spoiled my mood just a little bit. Oh. Okay, I only follow with my eyes. What was that? Wait a second. She didn't have a watch on her wrist. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I see. I gotta go back. To charm her, we're just gonna muffle my curiosity. We're gonna be nice this time. She is hot, though, for real. I thought I'd better not to ask her about it, so I pushed my curiosity out of my mind. It'd be extremely indecent and rude, after all. By the way, I would never comment on something like that. I mean, nobody asks wheelchair users what's wrong with their legs, right? I mean, sometimes. At least I hope so. Do you happen to have a lighter? She put a hand in her chest pocket and pulled out a cigarette. I accidentally left mine at home. Okay, to refuse politely, I'm gonna just search in my pockets. Okay. Perhaps in this case, I will remain a law-abiding citizen for now. Huh. For now. You're walking on a very thin ice. Anyway, it won't be my concern anyway. I already have a lot to do. She smiled approvingly and shrugged her shoulders. Speaking of a lot to do, I gotta return to my duties. It was nice to chat. She put out her cigarette and threw it in the trash can, then went up to the entrance and went into the station. Okay, is this different this time? Maybe. Oh my god, great job. Wait, what am I supposed to answer with? What am I supposed to say? Maybe deny everything. Okay, never mind. Deny everything. I didn't do anything, I swear. And if I did, I was framed. Don't arrest me, please. She suddenly pursed her mouth and wrinkles of a smile appeared in the corners of her lips. It was as if she was trying not to laugh. Damn, calm down. That's not what I wanted to ask you to come closer. Oh. My god. What happened to her face? She's so beautiful! Okay, wait, save again. Okay, this time, to muffle curiosity, let's try to riz her. She happened to have a lighter. Okay, accidentally left mine at home. Search my pockets. Okay, skip. This is stuff I've already seen. Half of her face is a chew. She paused and frowned. Wait. Said my colleagues. She paused and frowned. I guess she was thinking about something funny, even though the half of her face is a chewed soul. That's so mean. What the fuck? I felt ashamed of these words in my own inner monologue. MC is a dick. She can't read minds, can she? You know, if you want to meet up, we can do that. Riz! We can? Sure. My shift ends pretty early today, and I have nothing to do at home at all. Why don't we meet in the park, around 7 in the evening? What do you think? Riz! Let's refuse. I'm sorry, but I can't. I have a lot of stuff to do in the evening. No matter how much my curiosity gnawed at me, I didn't want to meet a strange woman in a deserted place. I noticed her face taking on some kind of weird expression for a second. Wait, I saw that. You can't do that. Look. Grr. Oh, back to normal. Something between anger, irritation, and sadness. Chat has ads. They're getting wrecked by ads. But almost immediately, it was replaced by a slight smile. What a pity. But it's okay. Nice talk. The guest from the other neighborhood. She stubbed down her cigarette against the wall and threw it in the trash, then turned around and walked towards the door to the station. Oh, right. She turned around again and looked at me. Michelle. Michelle Campbell. Huh? Campbell. 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 Before I could ask my question, Campbell. She had already disappeared behind the glass doors. But I guess that was her name. Campbell. What else can it be? That was an interesting encounter. Campy Bell. That's a good one, Cat. That's my daughter. Maybe we'll cross paths again. Who knows? I walked away from the police station and continued on my way to the store. I was really hoping she would just shoot me right then and there. Oh, safe and sound! Okay, so we just lived. Okay, let's load that. Okay, accept the date, bro. Sure, why not? I have a day off today anyway. And I'll have a reason to go outside. I spend my best days at home, unfortunately. That's great. Then I'll be waiting in the evening by the yellow bench, then. Heh. Don't worry, you won't get lost. There's only one yellow bench there. You'll see it as soon as you walk in. She stubbed out her cigarette against the wall and threw it in the trash, then turned around and walked towards the door to the station. But then she stopped in the middle of the stairs. Don't be late. I appreciate punctuality. I watched her go. I'll be there. Don't worry, miss. And then I realized I forgot to ask her name. Damn, I'm stupid. But at the same time, she forgot to ask mine too. That's fair, I suppose. I went onto the road and walked towards the store. This conversation made me forget why I even left the house in the first place. Intentionally show up late. Thank you. Good tip. When I got home, I realized it was way too early. But I was too lazy going back outside, so I had nothing else to do but wait for 7 o'clock. Maybe I should busy myself with something. Nah, felt drowsy from idleness and boredom. Nice. I opened my eyes slightly and glanced at the clock. Clock reference. 4:14 p.m. I still felt tired. This 3 hours, chat, until our date. Surely we won't sleep in. Let's sleep some more. Just 5 more minutes. There's no need for the rush. Yeah, go back to sleep. 3 hours? I could get ready in 1 hour and still get 2 hours of eepiness. I've got everything under control. Nothing's ever gone wrong by doing this. It's gonna be black. Oh no, we're still good. I woke up with half my body hanging off the bed. Oh, that's the best. If it wasn't for me waking up, a collision with the floor would have been unavoidable. On the other hand, the sleepiness was gone completely, though my eyes were still droopy. What time is it? 6:38 p.m. Oh, perfect! I could still get a couple of Z's in, chat. Fuck. I'm late! Wait, no I'm not. I found the most presentable shirt and ironed pants, thanks me from the past, in my closet. I didn't have enough time to create an astonishing outfit, so I chose something simple. Yo, the white dress shirts, black jeans, roll up those sleeves, put on a nice watch, put on a little bit of cologne. Ginger just said, hell yeah. Oh, Ginger said L. Okay, never mind. Trust me when I say that. That's Riz, by the way. That's Riz right there. I checked the time. 6:45 p.m. Grabbing my keys, money, phone, and favorite jacket, I ran out of the apartment, almost forgetting to lock my place. Leather jacket? Oh, no. When I say white shirt, I meant dress shirt. Like a white dress shirt. No pants, take it or leave it. I will take you with no pants. I don't know what kind of question is that, but sure. Ginger will also take you with no pants. It's Ghost. Oh, yeah. Ginger said, hell yeah, for real. My short journey would take about 30 minutes on foot, or about 20 minutes as a brisk jog. Well, how fast at a sprint? In this case, I had no choice, so I was standing at the park gate in about 15 minutes. Nice. Before going any further, I took a deep breath as I was tired from running went inside. If you jog, you stinky. That's what the cologne is for. And the Old Spice deodorant. It's actually antiperspirant, but whatever. The weather was wonderful. The first stars were already lighting up on the horizon of the cloudless sky. The lanterns were lit one by one, and a gentle breeze cooled my face. As I was told, the bench did stand out. I took another look at the time just to be sure. 7:18 p.m. Shit. That's really late, actually. How could I be so late if I was running like a marathon, dude? I approached the bench and saw my new acquaintance. I didn't even have time to greet her as she did at first. Oh, here you are. Hi, I'm a little late. 'Cause I told you I value punctuality. I'm sorry? She wasn't even angry. At least I couldn't read that emotion on her face. She was as cool as a cucumber. But there was something eerie about that coolness. It's okay. Though I have to admit, it was wrong of me to demand anything from you right away. I don't even know you. But still, I asked. What if the big twist is that we're the yandere, chat? Well, how can I apologize then? It's up to you. What do you want me to do, ma'am? Well, first of all, it'd be nice to get rid of the ma'am in conversation. I get a lot of it at work already. Okay, sexy. But I don't even know your name. Don't look at me like that. Right. My bad. Michelle Campbell. Miss Campbell for my coworkers. Michelle for you. Michelle, huh? I'm Clock. We shook hands. Her grip was firm and confident, and a little painful. And please, it'd be nice to get rid of this ma'am thing. I hear this every day at work, and I want it to stay there. I'll try. Thank you. You know, it's been a long time since I've met new people. Chat, when her hand got that gorilla grip, that mean the coochie got the gorilla grip. Hell yeah. You know, it's been a long time since I've met new people. So I guess now comes the part where we get to know each other better. So, I can ask you anything, right? This was the person who looked like they're from the 80s? Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Theoretically, yes, but don't expect me to answer everything. Some things are called personal for a reason. Answer everything. Answer my personal questions that I'm asking. How old are you? From the moment I saw you, I've been wondering, how old are you? I could say that asking a woman her age is rude, but I don't want to. Guess. 25 to 28. I guess around 25 or 28 years old. A satisfied smile shined on her face. Chat. That's called Riz. Hey, good job. Luck on the first try. And I was right anyways! By the way, chat, actual good tip, never guess a woman's age over the age of 30. You're fucked up if you do that, okay? Unless she's clearly like 17 or like 18, then be like, you gotta be like 31, right? Instant Riz, okay?
No, instant pedo.
Well, I assume you're young if you're doing that, but if you're older than that age, by the way, you're gonna die. I will personally condemn you to hell. Never guess unless they ask. Guess young. No, always guess and then guess younger. Trust me on this. Every old lady I've ever guessed their age, when I tell them you don't look a day over like 35, they love it. They squeal and giggle. It's so funny watching a 60... It's not funny. I shouldn't say that. It's really fucking cute and adorable when like a 60-year-old woman like says like, oh, and then you're like, haha. Flirt with old ladies, chat. You'll have fun. That's your mom. What the fuck? Why did you choose the police? Why is it so empty here? What happened to your face? Stop! Stop trying to ask that one. Why did you choose the police? Why did you decide to become a policewoman? I didn't want to. My parents made me. If you count endless speeches about the uselessness of art as made me. But to tell you the truth, I'm kind of grateful to them. I like my job. I just flirt with ladies. I would flirt with ladies too, but most women are scary. But old women are nice, so I like to flirt with them. It's not perfect, of course, but a human being can get used to anything. And I'm no exception. Who did you want to be? A chef, a culinarian, a baker, you name it. I've been spending a lot of time in the kitchen as a child, touching and tasting everything. My mother even had to lock herself there just to make a cup of tea. Eventually, she decided to sign me up for the cooking school or something. She thought it was better for me to experiment at someone else's kitchen than at the one we had at home. Can cooking be considered art? What kind of fucking question is that? Of course it can, you little bitch! I hate MC. Why not? It is an art, by the way. Even with a knife in your hand instead of a paintbrush, you can create a masterpiece. A culinary one. Anyway, cooking is my hobby now, and I'm very good at it. Based. And if you're lucky, maybe you'll try my masterpieces too. Everyone likes it. I'd love to, if only I had time. Why is it so empty here? I realized just how quiet the park was. There were no teenagers making out in public or screaming Karens. Generally, I didn't meet anyone on the way here, just the occasional homeless people. Look, why is it so empty here? She looked at me as if I just told her the worst dad joke ever. As if I was a dummy. Have you woken up from your winter slumber or something, teddy bear? They've declared a curfew. A curfew? Huh? Why? And here goes the part I'm not allowed to tell because we don't want to cause panic. She showed quotation marks in the air. She was probably retelling me her coworker's words. Just keep in mind that you should walk fast, and if you can't walk fast, you should walk and keep an eye on your surroundings. Oh, now I remembered. People around me at work were talking about something like that, but I didn't take them seriously. I thought it was just another rumor someone put out for fun, and everyone believed it. There's a murderer on my streets, isn't there? Now it doesn't seem like a rumor anymore. Why aren't you home then? You're serious? I'm a police officer. If anyone stops me, I'll just show them my badge. Tell them I'm on undercover watch, and they'll let me go. But this hasn't happened yet. Surprising. But why aren't you at home, may I ask? Violating the law? Michelle chuckled. She's teasing me. The laws are made for breaking them. I have a good reason. I'm not afraid of anything. I'm afraid of women. I'm gonna go with the laws are made. No, I'm gonna go with I have a good reason. You. How could I not come? Especially when a woman like you asks me for a meeting. Chat, I'm not giving up the chance to meet a dommy mommy that can hold me by the neck up in the air and slam me against a wall, okay? We're not giving that up for any police curfew. You've seen my Schedule 1 gameplay, chat. You know this. You know I'm staying up past the curfew. Selling I want uppies. Now. But don't forget that this woman knows several ways to immobilize a person, and I want to see them all in action. Besides, this woman got a taser in her pocket. What? Why do you carry a taser? Safety purposes, just in case. Don't worry, I won't use it on you. Oh. I've got no reason to. Oh. Yet. Ah! I felt uneasy. I took a step back. I'm just fooling around. Wish you could have seen your face now. Oh. I don't have anything like that on me. Oh. But still, keep in mind that I'm a police officer and patrolling the streets is my job. Although I'm being stood in for today. But in case anyone asks, just tell them I'm a simple passerby, okay? Well, now I guess we know enough each other for me to say, what the fuck happened to your face? And why don't you wear an eye patch? I could no longer contain my curiosity. Forgive me in advance if I mention it something personal, but I'm really, really curious about your face. My directness caught us both off guard. Oh. Well, you know, shit happens. This is pink eye. I'm not gonna lie, this is the worst case of pink eye I've ever seen, but I get it. Fair enough, shit happens.
Shit literally happens.
Untreated shit happens, chat. Remember to wash your eyes. Don't let shit get in your eyeball. Some people have more luck and some have less. As you can see, I'm an honorable member of the unlucky group. An incident at work? Yeah, you can call it like this. The Fire Nation attacked? Zuko's dad, why? I suppose that her face wasn't a very good conversation topic, so I quickly got rid of any further questions about it in my head. I hope everything ended well. I twitched at the realization of how dumb it sounded. I mean, she's alive. One can tell from Michelle's look that not everything has ended well. I'm sorry if I've offended you. You're not the first person to ask me this, and you won't be the last. You should have seen how my colleagues surrounded me when I came to work with this look on my face. Haha, I didn't even know we had so many people working there. We laughed and most likely pretended this whole conversation didn't happen 5 seconds ago. Ask about Nora. Nora? Who the fuck is Nora? Ask about Nora. By the way, when I was taking... Oh, the lady I forgot about. Who got kidnapped. When I was taking a walk this morning, I saw a poster. What poster? A missing persons poster. As I realized later, I knew this person in a way. And that's why I wanted to ask you, as you're a police officer. Also, it's so quiet, the background music. Let me turn it up so you guys can actually hear it. There. Now you guys can hear that, right? The wind. A little bit more for you guys. When you wash your eyes, you lots of soap and germ X. Trust me, bro. Me? Like, tonight? Is that a threat? Daddy! But I'm not on duty. Do you know anything about Nora Anderson? Michelle suddenly went silent. Michelle? There's some kind of concern on her face. Michelle, I just want my friend not to worry about her. I didn't know if I really wanted this or if I was asking her questions out of sheer curiosity. I'm sorry, but no. I can't disclose the details of our cases. Not even the smallest of details. Without noticing it, I tried to make puppy eyes. I realized it only when my forehead was hurt from raising my eyebrows too much. Not even the smallest details. It's all strictly confidential. I decided there was no point in pushing her any harder. I didn't really want to spoil my relationship with her. Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, why the long face? Although sharing this information isn't allowed, you can be sure that the investigation is underway. So cheer up, and tell your friend not to worry. After all, that's what the police are for. Encouraging. No more questions. I got a feeling I had learned enough about her. For today, at least. I didn't want to bother her with boring questions about her life anymore. I sat down on the bench and patted the empty seat next to me, inviting Michelle to take a seat as well. She looked at me at first, then at the spot I clapped on, then at me again, and only then sat down. Why did I clap the bench's cheeks? Did it impress her? There was a pause in the air. It seemed awkward to me, but I noticed Michelle had closed her eye and looked quite content. The cool evening wind blew for a moment, stirring both my hair and hers. I suddenly wondered what it felt like. It was a strange fleeting desire that came out of nowhere. I involuntarily reached my hand toward her head, but I immediately pulled it away as if Michelle was on fire. Show some decency, Clock. Don't embarrass yourself. Start a conversation now. Be a man. Listen up. Why did you want to meet in the first place? Michelle opened her eye and looked at me. And why did you agree to come? Because you invited me. Is that so? Well, I wanted to know someone new. So did I. It's funny that you've chosen me for this. If I hadn't taken a new walking route, we wouldn't have met. Maybe we would have crossed paths under different circumstances. For example, let's say if you got in some kind of trouble. Of course, the chance of me saving you would be slim, but there still would have been a tiny opportunity. Whatever, I'm more than sure our paths would have crossed sooner or later. You decided to take this new route the next day or the next week, and as you remember, I hope you do, I go out for a smoke break almost daily. I didn't answer as I realized that she was right, kinda, in a way. You can see right through me, can't you? Oh, believe me when I say that. I know how to do it, and I do it very, very good. Hey, yo! Hey, yo, put those teeth away. Or put them on my neck. I tensed a little. For the whole evening, I had the feeling that Michelle was emanating some kind of strange aura. An aura of some kind of threat and danger. But I blamed her appearance for that. Yeah, I blamed her fugly-ass appearance for looking scary and menacing. And I tried to do it now. I don't feel that way, by the way. What do you mean? She pierced me with her eye. It reminded me of a deer frozen in the headlights of a huge truck. I think you forgot one crucial thing. I'm a policewoman. Over several years of working in this field, you learn some psychology tricks. And such skill as seeing people through comes naturally. Especially when you conduct a ton of interrogations. Her explanation seemed rational, and at the same time quite a bit strange. as if she was making excuses. God, her appearance is messing with me again. Right, I was thinking of other things. I'm sorry. What things? I tried to think of an excuse, but in vain, and her fixed gaze didn't make it any better. I just forgot a little bit about the psychological aspect of interrogations. Oh, I get what you mean. You thought that an interrogation was a dark room or a dim light bulb under the ceiling. A frightened victim or a handcuffed criminal. Two huge police officers who devour him with their eyes. And one of them is a good cop, and the other one is a bad cop. Unbearable psychological pressure. And then... bang! What? You're not supposed to shoot them? Oh, the suspect finally cracks. But I really like this one. Yeah, that's a good screenshot. Is this how you imagined it? I was so frightened I couldn't utter a word. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not how we do it. This process is, how do even I say it? Boring. If every detective film presented interrogation the way it really looks, no one would watch those movies. I turned my head back to see what hit me, and I saw Michelle's hand on my back. Oh, she slapped my back when she said that. You have a heavy hand. A wolf is among us. Is it? You think that's why she might have really curly hair like a sheep's? Huh, thanks. She stroked the spot she slapped and hid her hand in her coat pocket. Sorry, I just had to. You should have seen your face. Don't get angry. Sometimes I don't know my own strength. I don't. You just fixed my posture. You're funny. Funny people live longer. I'll take it as a compliment. As you should. Guess you're stuck with me forever, chat. You know, it's pretty late. I think it's time for me to go home. Work stuff, reports, paperwork. I looked at the time to make sure. 9:05 p.m. Already. And you should go home too. The curfew, remember? It was nice to see you. Would you like to meet again sometime? I wouldn't mind. But who knows? Maybe we'll meet accidentally. I like this idea. I think so too. And I want to apologize if I seemed rude to you at any point. I have a pretty small, social circle, and it's been a long time since I've let someone new into it. I brushed it off, stating that it was fine. Michelle sighed. I couldn't figure out why. To my surprise, a silence rose between us, interrupted only by the singing of the evening birds. My dislike of this kind of awkward silences can only be compared to my disgust at my boss's nasty shouting. Boss. Gosh, I've got to finish my article. Then I still haven't found any source of inspiration that... Wait. Listen, Michelle, can I ask you something? Sure, unless it's a ride home. I don't drive with strangers in my back seat. I can walk home by myself. That's not what I want to ask you. So, you're a police officer, right? I could really use your professional opinion. My professional opinion? Yeah, you see, I'm a journalist, and I'd really, well... I was stuttering, and my words refused to form a coherent sentence. Felt like something was keeping me from asking her permission to interview her. I think I get it. The deadlines are tough, your boss's hand is choking you, and you have nothing to write about. Am I right? I nodded timidly. With great pleasure. She clapped her hands as if she were a little girl who had gotten money for her favorite ice cream. That kind of reaction didn't fit well with Michelle's appearance at all. So, when should we meet again? Let me see. How about tomorrow? I have a day off. I perked up immediately. There's no trace of the anxious puddle I'd been just a moment before. Great, in that case, what's the place? Mine. I was planning to spend my whole day cooking anyway. I'd love to have some company. And I'll feed you too. You don't have to. It's not like it'll take more than an hour or two anyway. Michelle rolled her eyes and smiled. Who knows? We're gonna fall. In that case, tomorrow at your place. Tomorrow at my place. I'll tell you the address later. Oh wait, I totally forgot. Out of blue, she recited her phone number to me. After a short pause, she reiterated it. The time is 6 p.m. You can come later if you want. Don't forget, I appreciate punctuality. Okay, that's kind of Riz. Alrighty, see you later. She patted me on the shoulder and headed for the exit. I wanted to sit a little longer. But, oh god, she ran. The curfew warning may have brought me down to earth, but I was in no hurry to go home. I lowered my gaze to the ground, examining my shoes. Huh? What's this? Oh my, I stepped in dog shit, bro. Oh, never mind. A hair clip. Clippy, even. Chat. Isn't this the hair clip from the girl in the poster? And why is her hair still attached to it? I swear it wasn't here when I got here. Did Michelle drop it? I looked in the direction she'd gone in, but couldn't see her. Well, I better make sure to take it to give it back to her, you know? Take it. I hid the hairpin in my jacket pocket. Besides, if I see Michelle again, I can return this thingy to her. I don't know why I was concerned about this hair clip that held no value to me whatsoever and that I had never seen once before in my life. Anyway, I didn't want to think about it for more than 5 minutes. Finally, I got up from the bench and staggered towards the exit as well. Night was slowly approaching, and I didn't like the idea of being alone with whatever it might bring. All I wanted to do was lie in my warm bed and rest after a long and busy day. That was a good day. Yeah, Riz! What do you mean, chat? Oh, god damn it, not again. In the morning, I woke up as happy as a clam. Even the thought that today was a working day didn't spoil my mood at all. After all, I knew that after a long and exhausting day of work, I would meet my new friend again. Moreover, after this meetup, I'll finally finish, at least I hope so, my article. Nice. I hate my 9 to 5. Okay, who brought their mechanical keyboard to work? To my surprise, finding her house turned out to be quite a difficult task. Not only was it located almost on the outskirts of the city, a place I know nothing about, but there were no distinguishing features on it at all. After 15 minutes of futile searching, I gave up and decided to text Michelle and ask her where I should go. I was extremely embarrassed, but at least it saved a lot of time. Finally, thanks to Michelle's help, I found the right building, although I doubted that was it, and quickened my pace. I briskly got up the stairs to the porch and pressed the doorbell. Before it had fallen silent, a voice came out from the depths of the house. Come in. I pushed the door slightly and went inside. Why did it make scare? What the hell is that? Excuse me! Buff Doze! Oh my god. He's so handsome. How could I ever compete with that, chat? Almost immediately, a diversity of smells touched my nose. Okay, it's a little loud now. God damn it. Touched my nose. Something tasty, which made me lick my lips and my stomach growl, and a faint smell of some kind of detergent, which made me tense up a little. But when I noticed a slightly damp floor under my feet, I realized that Michelle had cleaned up her place. Only after that, taking off my shoes, I decided to take a look around. Okay, it's still a little loud. There was a small drawer with tubes and creams on it in the far corner. I suppose Michelle uses this stuff to take care of her face. One little box stood out from the rest. But due to the fact that it was covered by other things, I was able to read only the first few letters. Surtra. I couldn't remember any cosmetic products with such names. Never mind. Right in front of me, there was another drawer, slightly larger than the previous one. To my slight surprise, a teddy bear was sitting idly on it. A shelf with books hung over it. I could clearly see the cookbook that covered all the others. Yeah, what's behind it? The atmosphere of the house felt pleasant to me. It was obvious that whoever lives here loves this place and carefully keeps it clean. Unlike me. I don't think that scattered things and dusty shelves would seem cozy to anyone. God, I love her. Did she shave her hair? What? Hello. Michelle appeared in the hallway. I kind of like giving her like a high-pitched voice. For a second I froze just like when I first saw her face. Did she get a haircut or something? Noticing my stare, Michelle huffed. How's things? Eh? Oh, I'm fine. I just got a little lost, but yep, I'm here. Thanks to your help. Come on. You're not the first one to get lost here, believe me. I remember inviting a colleague to my place once, and he was wandering around my house for an hour not understanding where to go. The other one just got angry and left after 10 minutes of searching. I don't invite him to my place anymore. And how about a story of when one of my friends confused my house with someone else's? He accidentally showed up at someone's funeral. Can you imagine that? So don't be so harsh on yourself. To be honest, when I first moved here, I often got lost too. I was thinking about finding a place close to the city center, but then I realized I didn't really need it. I like it here. It's quite a calm place. No one bothers me. Do you even have enough time to get to work? Sure. Why? If it was the other way around, I would have been fired a long time ago. I smiled approvingly, but almost immediately my nose twitched because of a strange smell. Michelle, is something burning? What? Oh! Cat. Teddy bear. Burger. Hot dog. Glizzy. She rushes into the kitchen and I followed her. I washed my hands while looking at Michelle with curiosity. She opened the oven and took out something wrapped in foil. Then she opened the window and soon the unpleasant smell seemed to have never existed. I should thank you. For some reason I have... well, it's a little hard for me to distinguish different smells. Yeah, anyway, thanks. Alright, the dish is saved, which means there's nothing to worry about. What is it? Roasted meat. Why'd you say meat? I love it, but I don't get the opportunity to cook it often. By the way... Michelle turned to me, but her gaze was fixed on the saved meat. Are you vegetarian by any chance? I know I should have asked it earlier, but... I really want to say yes, but no, I'm not a vegetarian. I could never be a vegetarian, personally. Actually, okay. I won't lie, chat. I've had that Beyond Meat stuff. I've had the Beyond Burger. And I've had some pretty damn good veggie burgers, and I'm gonna be honest. If they can just make other meat option food like that, I'd be okay with it. Like, I'd be fine. I could probably get away with it. Shut the fuck up, man. I'm allowed to have a little rant, okay? I'm a meat mangler. Look, I love my meats, man. I love to eat meat. I like my chicken. I like my steak. I like my burgers, okay? My sausages, okay? But I've had Beyond Burger, Beyond Meat Burger. That's a like totally vegetarian burger that's supposed to taste like meat. It tastes great. Like, I honestly would choose that over a regular burger. Like, I thought it tasted amazing. So I'll just say this: if they can get that magic going for everything else, I'd switch. I could probably do it, but no, not right now. I'll eat whatever is on my plate. It doesn't, no, don't get me wrong. It doesn't taste like meat. It's close, but it's not. But it tastes good in a different way, and that's fine by me. Does that make sense? Beyond Meat is nasty. Alright. Impossible Meat is better. Oh, the Impossible? Yeah, I've had the Impossible Burger. I like that one a lot too, actually. The Impossible Burger. Yeah, that one's really good. I don't think the Beyond is nasty, but then again, I could eat a regular veggie burger, like not anything, like a veggie burger, and I actually don't mind them that much. So if they can work that magic of fake meat that tastes good, just tastes good. It's just gotta taste good, you know? It's just gotta taste good. It hit that craving, you know? Then it's fine. And if it's cooked by someone like you, I'll lick the plate after I'm finished. Hell, I'll lick you. She seemed very pleased with my answer. You're flattering me. Believe me, what I've cooked is worth it. Just a single thought of a delicious dinner made my mouth water. I licked my lips. Alrighty, have a seat. I'll put out the plates. I immediately sat down on the table, looking around the kitchen. It was no different from tens of kitchens I've seen in my life. However, Michelle's presence made it stand out from the rest. It was as if she filled the space with some kind of consolation. Suddenly, I got up and went into the hallway. I wonder if I can be clicking on things. I don't know. I'll be right back. Where are you going? I'm still wearing my jacket. I went back out into the hallway and took off my jacket. Still holding it in my hands, I involuntarily lowered my eyes to the drawer in front of me. There's a thin layer of dust on its surface. But my interest was sparked by a small spot where this very dust was absent. Did Michelle put something away? I decided not to pay much attention to it, but I made a mental note nonetheless. I mean, yeah, it's not nasty, it's just not my favorite. Real. Veggie burgers slap, black bean burgers, rather have steak. I totally get it. Like, I actually am not a big fan of steak, personally. Like, steak by itself. I'm just saying, like, if they can work their magic on a burger, I'm sure they can eventually work their magic on a steak, you know? Michelle isn't a cop, but an MC stalker. Nah, she's cool, she's cool. This isn't her house, by the way, for sure. Hung my jacket on a coat hanger next to the front door and went back to the kitchen. Just in time as the table was already set. You're wrong. Okay, alright. There was no big variety of dishes yet. It was not necessary anyway. What was already on it was more than enough for me. Have you tried the Beyond Burger? The Impossible Burger? Okay, if you say it tastes bad, I think you have no taste at all, actually. I even felt a little awkward. Michelle and I have known each other for a couple of days, literally, and she has already invited me to her house for dinner. This looks fucking amazing, by the way. We got a mushroom pasta, a nice garden salad with some fresh veggies, I'm assuming, and a nice roasted meat and potatoes. Steak, any cow is the best meat. Chicken is like C tier. Okay, now you're just going to jail, man. Bro just said chicken is C tier. You're going to jail. I sat down at the table and felt quiet. On the other hand, my interview can wait. I didn't really want to disturb the evening peace with questions about missing people. I'm sure it'll ruin our appetite. I actually think chicken is like really high up there. I think chicken's like, for me, the ways you can cook chicken are like equal to like the ways you can cook beef. So I think all three are top tier, by the way, like pork, poultry, and beef. Like I think all three are top tier. Like I love my meats all equally. The only thing I would say is B tier is fish, because some fish is not to me. Some fish is not it, okay? Some fish is just not it. And Michelle probably doesn't want to talk about her work anyway. It'd be much better if I ask my questions after finishing the meal. What are you waiting for? I'm not sure what to start with. Well, I think we should start with a salad. It's kind of how you would start a meal. You'd start with the salad. Move to the spaghetti, and then the roasted meat, I guess. Start with the salad. My attention was caught by a bowl of salad. I wasn't a big fan of such dishes, but seeing the obvious diligence with which it was prepared made me want to make an exception this time. I put a small serving of it on my plate. Didn't know what kind of salad it was, but it had plenty of vegetables in it. Tomatoes, cucumbers, corn. It looked pretty appetizing. Put a little bit of everything in my mouth. The greens crunched against my teeth. I hope it wasn't too loud. I didn't know such a simple dish could be so delicious. Hey, yo, bro. I just finished saying I could eat veggie meat. I don't get stuffed. But you are getting stuffed tonight, Daniel. Goat and lamb is like S tier? Okay. Alright, I know who I'm talking to now. Alright, now I know the audience I'm talking to. Alright, that's fine, that makes sense. Maybe it's because it was prepared by a particular cook. The salads I've made before seemed edible to me only, rarely. How is it? In the nicest way possible, by the way. What does that mean? Look, 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 look. Look, if there's one thing you can peg people on, it's when it comes to food, okay? It's like when someone says their favorite meat is fish, you know who they are. You know. You just know. You just know. It's Panera bread good of a salad. I love Panera bread. They're great. Goat is S tier. It's in the name. Goat. That's okay. I've had goat in a lot of different ways. I'm not gonna lie. I like beef. I like beef more. How is it? Michelle, why is your name in Russian? I didn't answer because of my full mouth. But you didn't seem to need any other answer. I see you like it. I'm flattered. To be honest, I've never been good at salads. Michelle followed my example and started eating too. Salads are easy. Hey, I just realized, I don't know anything about you at all. You were the one who was asking me questions that evening. You completely forgot that the befriending process is a two-sided one. Befriending process? I wanna fuck... If you think about it, I invited a person who knows about me a lot, but I know nothing about them. What can I even tell you? I have finished my education and started working so I wouldn't starve and die. And my friends, I count on the fingers of one hand, though it's hard to call these people friends. Sometimes we spend our paychecks at the bar and then pretend we don't know each other. Why? You don't get along? Huh. Can you call all your coworkers friends? Oh, so you mean you mostly see each other at work? Yep, exactly. I don't call. I think I've only called 2 of my coworkers friend ever. But there's this guy, Daniel. We get along pretty well and hang out after work sometimes. No fucking way, bro. There's no way. Okay. Look, it's not... Chat, before you say anything, I like Daniel. Okay, me and Daniel, I would say, are a little bit of buddy-buddy. We're not like that, okay? When we're in the mood, we have a drink together. Okay, game. And that's enough. For me, at least. Wow, this is spot on, actually. Good to know. But you still seem like a stranger to me. Aren't you scared to invite strangers over? Why should I be scared? Well, what if the person right in front of you isn't just a simple fella, but, I lowered my voice and leaned in slightly. Murderer. Michelle fell silent and froze. Her knife and fork remained in the piece of meat on the plate. She didn't say anything, just looked at me with her empty eyes. Eye. A chill ran down my spine, even though it was warm. A murderer? Yeah, the realest murderer of them all. It was hard to tell from her face if maybe she was scared or if she thought I was an idiot. Maybe both. You, stop pulling my leg and my other limbs. Looks like the second option. What if I'm telling the truth? A murderer would never say reveal his identity. Besides that, the chance of 2 murderers being in the same room at the same time are pitifully small. That's a good joke, Michelle. Just kidding. A sneering grin showed up on her face. Well, let's say you're not the brightest murderer. I can understand that. Chat, stop! Me and Daniel aren't in that kind of relationship anymore. But in that case, why haven't you killed me yet? I don't kill the pretty ones, chat! Riz! I don't kill the pretty ones. Just have my own criteria for my victims. Would you mind telling me? Maybe they're too complicated for me to understand. For example, you murder people who walk their pugs with orange collars at 8 p.m. sharp? I gave Michelle a confused look. Yeah, you're right. Let's try a more down-to-earth option then. Women in red dresses. Men with a certain brand of watch on their wrist. Lonely elderly people. Maybe you prefer an old-fashioned pattern and catch scarlet women. You could see the excitement on her face clearly. As if she was a child telling her parent about her favorite hobby. Yeah, her job. The only problem was that I didn't really want to experience the joys of fatherhood. She wouldn't stop pelting me with her guesses. She did so energetically I couldn't squeeze a word in her monologue. I even wondered for a second if she was playing along or not. Finally, when she stopped talking to get some air into her lungs, I managed to object. No! Didn't even know what reaction I was expecting, but her sly smile in response was definitely surprising. Just wanted to say I don't touch the pretty ones. She looked away, trying to hide the scarred half of her face. So you're safe. I didn't get a response from Michelle right away. Well, I guess I won't die today. That's good. Why did you say it like that? Fuck! She's one of those girls that are like, kill me, daddy. Oh, fucking A, dude. Oh, man. She really is into murder. I went with the easy option, chat. I went with the success rate, 75%, and I should have realized because she's the one, I should have realized that I gotta go for the low ball chances, the low percentage answers. My chief would kill me faster than you if I died. Is he that strict? Oh, don't even begin. He's like an immature parent. First he says how well you did your job, and then he yells at you for the tiniest mistake. And all this happens within 10 minutes. How do you put up with it? I don't. Other people do. Although I'll admit, I do get a bit of a scolding from time to time. But at least it's deserved. Just like the school days, you know? First you show your determination, tear yourself apart, just to be noticed and patted on the head. And when the teacher makes sure you're reliable, you relax. Did you do the same thing? Just the part where I relax. What about the rest of it? You just have to know who to be friends with. But it doesn't mean I don't do anything at work except taking a smoke break daily. The crime rate won't lower itself after all. And to your surprise, I'm quite a respected person. Kinda. I was listening to Michelle, nodding and agreeing from time to time. However, I couldn't help but feel sluggish and drowsy. I was usually able to resist this feeling, but now it felt like something heavy was pulling me down. Tried to ignore the strange urge that came out of nowhere, distracting myself occasionally with a salad. I probably looked like a chewing cow. Is it just me, or does the salad taste different? Are you alright? An unexpected question pulled me out of my thoughts, forcing me to focus all my attention on Michelle. Is my half-asleep state that obvious? I couldn't even think straight. Felt like as if I was wasted, but I haven't drunk anything today. Come on, Clock, pull yourself together. I don't feel good. I don't feel so good. Yeah, no shit. Maybe you've eaten something. I glanced down at the empty plate where my salad had been just 5 minutes ago. Wait a minute, you fed me something. No, it can't be. Last thing I ate was your salad. But I've never had any allergies. No, not to any of the ingredients in it. Are you sure? Tell me all the ingredients then. No. Not tomatoes, cucumbers, not onions. Interesting. What about zolpidem? I don't remember that fruit or vegetable, ma'am. I fell silent, trying to comprehend what she just said. Am I hallucinating strange words or something? What? I swayed forward a little, almost hitting my nose on the table, but with a little bit of effort, I straightened up. Sleeping pills. The atmosphere of the house that had seemed cozy and calm to me turned into something horrible and pressurizing in an instant. My head got filled up with thoughts, each one scarier than the previous. I had to get rid of my stomach contents ASAP. I got up from the table and headed for the hallway. Michelle didn't even follow me. Go right and the door to the left. The bathroom's there. What? Is this just some kind of prank? As soon as I turned to look in the given direction, I fell on the floor. Ah, she just knew I wouldn't make it. I wonder if you eat the meat. I wonder if you eat the meat, you're safe. Because she asked if you're a vegetarian. So if you're a vegetarian, she just kind of... You're not even an option, maybe? My head felt like it had been hit with a hammer, even though the hallway floor was slightly softer than the kitchen tile. I heard footsteps behind me. How's your journey? I didn't answer and tried my best to stand up. A strong hand prevented me from doing so, squeezing my shoulder. Nope, you're not going anywhere. I mean, not crawling anywhere. Because you're already where you need to be. My eyes slowly closed and my breathing calmed before falling into slumber. Notice the name is different? No, wait, is it? No, that's... No, it's just Russian. It's a bug. It's a bug. I was reading that on the game page. It's just Michelle in Russian, I'm pretty sure. My eyes slowly closed and my breathing calmed. Before falling into slumber, I heard the sound of a cloth being abruptly pulled away, followed by a quiet chuckle. The end to be continued? You can't stop after drugging me. No way, bro. Okay, wait. Let's try... Let's go back to the food. Let's go back to the food chat. And let's try the roasted meat. I lowered my gaze to the meat Michelle had just pulled out of the oven. I'll eat her meat any day. I just had to try it. It was saved by me after all. So in the same way, I was involved in the cooking process as well. Took a knife and a fork and carefully cut off a sizable piece of meat, then put it in my plate. What kind of meat is this? Michelle didn't reply right away. Pork. Oh. Heard my stomach rumbling, and that's when I realized it was time to eat. This is probably great pork. Cut off a small piece and without further ado, put it in my mouth. How can ordinary pork be so delicious? I've never tried anything like it before. Because that ain't pork. That's that long pig, I guess. After barely swallowing the first piece, I reached for the second one. Pork isn't red like that, bro? Hey, bro. You just haven't had rare pork. How is it? Can't remember the last time I ate something this good. She replied with a shy smile, which made me grin myself. You flatter me. But it's true. Well, I told you everyone likes my cooking. She looked like she was asking for more compliments. I'd love to give them, but I couldn't think of anything but the word delicious. What would be the best compliment for a chef? By the way, I hope you wouldn't mind if I asked you for the recipe. If someone asked me the same, I would be the happiest person alive, but I highly doubt I'll ever hear those words. Even though my question was simple enough, Michelle gloomed slightly. Almost immediately, however, she showed me her enthusiasm once again. I don't mind. I'd love to. Thanks. Picture of myself trying to recreate Michelle's culinary masterpiece popped up in my head. Now I fail each time. Something is overcooked, something is undercooked. How I eat each of the ingredients separately, and then wonder where everything disappeared. This is where the Riz line, by the way, chat, is. I'd ask for the recipe, but I'd rather you make it every time. I'd rather just eat your cooking. I should practice cooking. It's obvious Michelle didn't acquire this skill on the first try. But not really, though. So, why shouldn't I learn too? Hey, I just realized I don't know anything about you at all. Okay, wait, let's skip. Let's change up this answer. By the way, don't actually say that Riz line. It was a bad joke. I'm not a monster. You might as well just say, like, I want you to cook for me forever. I'm not a monster. I'll do it. I'll do it. Why do you think I won't do it? To my surprise, Michelle's eyes suddenly sparkled with genuine interest. Oh, really? Do you even have the guts for it? I discreetly looked at her arms and compared them to mine. I'm definitely not in a winning position. It'd be foolish of me to attack you like this. This? Let's just say I'd prefer the more secretive option. Gonna do it while I'm taking a nap? I nodded, trying to get into character. But my lighthearted smile betrayed my menacing intentions. How thrilling. But I have to ask you to postpone my death. Scared. Michelle chuckled to herself and poked her fork in my direction. Of you. I'd rather believe I'll get my eye back tomorrow than accept the fact that you're scary. I narrowed my lids. She joking or insulting me? But don't worry. I'm sure you'll have a chance to kill me. Just wait till my vacation begins, and then do whatever you want. My chief would kill me faster than you if I died. Haha. I smiled faintly, glad they were able to gently dilute an awkward conversation with a joke. Okay, let's skip. Okay. If I were a criminal, I'd be afraid to break the law knowing that someone like you could catch me. Is that a compliment? Or rather a statement of fact? Huh. I'd be very happy if that was the case. But no, that doesn't stop these assholes we've been chasing for a month now. I got genuinely interested and tilted my head to the side like a dog, ready to listen. Suddenly remembered why I came here in the first place. The article, interview, and other workplace horrors. What are you talking about? What, you don't know? No. Whoa. You're really out of hibernation, Teddy. First you didn't know about the curfew, and now... Well, I'm in the mood to chat today, so you're in luck. So eating the meat was the right choice. I'm sure you heard about people disappearing around here, yeah? Immediately thought of Nora, who disappeared recently. I nodded. Michelle did the same and continued. So the detective and the investigators came to the conclusion that everything was the work of several people, probably a group. Can't one person be responsible? People are getting snatched from the streets too quickly and without a trace, and I don't think so. One person couldn't do it on their own, at least so fast. But if you want to know what I think, my professional senses tell me there may still be just one person to blame for all of this. Why? It's easier to catch a group than an individual in some way. That bastard's been running away from us for a month now. We'll be celebrating our anniversary soon. But who knows? It's just a theory. My theory. There was silence in the kitchen, interrupted only by the clatter of cutlery and the rare voices of birds outside. I could clearly see that Michelle was pondering something. I continued eating. I didn't want to bother. Now, after this brief conversation, I'm kind of creeped out. How can I go home knowing I could be the next missing person? Maybe I should ask Michelle to walk me home. No. I dismissed this thought instantly. She'd invited me over, fed me, and I'm going to demand something like that from her. I have legs. I'd rather walk by myself. Speaking of which, the sun is almost down. Got to Michelle's pretty late, to be honest. Didn't know who to blame. Michelle herself, who decided to invite guests at such an hour, or me, who didn't tell her that it would be great to meet earlier. Anyway, it's getting dark. Maybe it's time to go home. Oh, Chad! Oh, Chad! Let's stick around a little longer! On the other hand, it would be rude to just leave. I'll stay a little longer. How can I not to in such wonderful company? Can always use a taxi anyways. All of a sudden, Michelle straightened up, freaking me out. I even forgot she was sitting in front of me. She'd been so quiet the whole time. Just imagine, a sick maniac who's also a cannibal is responsible for all these disappearances. I didn't even realize what she just said at first. And right now, he's sitting somewhere. Let's say, in his house. And feeds his poor victims to his dear guests. I glanced apprehensively at the meat which I'd been chewing on for the past couple of minutes. Michelle was staring at me blankly, probably not even blinking. Is she waiting for my response? It's impossible! Oh, wait. It's impossible! That it forces you to stay silent? That was timed. Michelle, don't take it the wrong way, but that thought sounds kinda stupid. Her smile, now empty and emotionless, slowly slid off her face. When did Michelle become so creepy? She hummed quietly and looked away. Was I supposed to endorse her nonsense? Yeah, you have a point. Oh. She's a big fan of Hannibal. But don't forget what kind of world we live in. I've seen a lot of things as a policewoman, so I don't think my guesses no longer seem delusional and stupid to me. She emphasized the last adjective, clearly trying to show me that my wording was inappropriate. I guess I'm lucky to I've chosen to be a journalist. Ignorance is bliss, you know. It's like she only wants to kill me if I figure out she's the killer. She's like, you're too fucking dumb to murder, Clock. If it hadn't been for that phrase, I might have continued eating, but now I felt as if something ominous was looming over me. And this something could easily swallow me whole at any moment, leaving no trace of my existence behind. I poked at the meat with my fork, realizing I couldn't take another bite. And it wasn't even because I was afraid of finding human meat on my plate. I was just full. Her idiotic assumption can't be true, I'm sure. How could I even doubt it? I'm just full. And she noticed it. If you don't want the meat anymore, try the salad. That's crazy! High string meter, by the way. Holy sh... You look like someone who's afraid of diversity. Not at all. I just don't have any free space in my stomach anymore. But I'll gladly take something with me home. If you don't mind. Of course not. Besides, it's getting dark. You better go home. I'd offer you a stay for the night, but I have one bed only. Well, I have a couch, but I'm afraid your back won't thank you after taking a nap on it. I'll get the tinfoil. Oh, okay. Watch the salad dressing be interlaced with human blood or something. Or sleeping pills. It could have been sleeping pills. I have a very strong feeling it was laced with sleeping pills, actually. Michelle got up from the table and walked out of the kitchen. I believe the word was Ziblimak or something? Ziblimak? The drug, exactly. I stayed where I was, looking at the meat. I'm eating it first when I'm home. Salad would probably go to Daniel. I don't really like salads. Yeah, Daniel, eat my fucking salad. Ugh. Vegetables. Blech. Or maybe I should eat it myself. I'll think about it. Nah, I'm giving it to Daniel. And then I'm gonna touch him. After he falls asleep. I'll think about it. But I'm definitely keeping the spaghetti. Looks too good. He won't even know there was spaghetti in the first place. I don't think I'm going home. Huh? Ah! Run that back for me one more time, please. Huh? Ah! Ah! Wait. There's a dodge button? Okay, wait. Let's play the death out. Let's play the death out first. Huh? Oh, my face. Ah! To be contondered. So, Daniel, you still want that salad, right? Okay, let's dodge this shit. I'm so ready for this shit! Huh? Boom, boom. Okay, I missed it, but I got the screenshot. That's what I want. Dodge. I bounced to the side and bat hit the table and everything on it. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. It's kind of hot. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that twice. You eat the salad, bro? No, little bro. You eat the salad. You need your veggies. My plate got shattered in pieces, and my fork and knife fell to the floor with a loud clank. Michelle froze with the bat in her hands. Apparently, she didn't understand what happened either. But if I didn't understand why I was attacked all of a sudden, she didn't understand why I was so fast. The fuck? As if coming out of a trance-like state, Michelle turned in my direction and held the bat to her chest. Oh, I like that idea, Daniel. Okay. I'll feed it to you. Choo-choo! Oh my god, dude. Holy fucking shit. I decided not to waste my precious time and rushed to the exit, which was so conveniently blocked by Michelle's body. There was no time to think at all. I just had to take that risk. I shortened the distance with a single quick movement. But luck was not on my side. Wait, what? What the hell? I dodged, man. I dodged. Wait, I dodged, man. I dodged. Ow! I dodged that shit, bro. Bro? Endings. The end. There's still so many endings. What the hell? Wait, there's still so many different endings. Wait. Okay, run it back. Run it back. Let's try, oh no, let's try stay silent. I said nothing and silently stuffed my mouth with food to avoid an awkward pause. Michelle, however, kept staring at me. Just like a predator sitting in ambush and ready to attack and tear me apart at any moment. Michelle seemed to realize that very well. Every second spent under her gaze seemed to stretch into a minute. We can also go home. There's a go home ending. I began to regret my decision to stay even though I was ashamed to admit it. Didn't have a single idea of how to break the oppressive silence. I think a creepy house owner is a pretty good reason to leave. It's time to go home. You know, Michelle, it's pretty late, and I have to get up early for work tomorrow. I've got to go. Sure. Seems I've lost track of time. Huh. Let me at least get you something to eat. Why? Don't why me. There's enough food for 5 people and I live alone. And you seem to be enjoying yourself. I'm not greedy. Let me just get the tinfoil. Leave, leave, leave. Michelle got up from the table and walked out of the kitchen. Stared where I was, looking at the meat. I'm eating it first when I'm home. Daniel will get the salad and I'll think about it. Oh, God. Dodge? Okay, wait, the dodge was in a different spot this time. Okay, okay. Fuck. Get the knife, bro. Oh, God, there's no time. I just had to take that risk. No, you don't, man. Look around. Get a knife or something, man. Do something, anything different. To be contondered. Okay, okay. Let's just leave. Let's just leave. Let's say fucking bye. Yes. I don't really want to risk anything. I'm sure it's not the last time I see Michelle. I can always come over again if I'm invited. You know, it's pretty late and I have to get up early for work tomorrow. I've got to go. She seemed to be violently pulled out of her thoughts and musings. I shuddered. I'm sure you know it can be dangerous to walk alone at night. She set her fork aside silently and sighed. Sure. Let me at least get you something to eat. Why? Okay, this is the same. This is the same. This is the exact same? Ah, my face! To be contondered. Okay, well. Skip? No, that's the same too. Huh! There's so many endings though. I thought we would have gotten to go home. Okay. Alright. I don't feel... Wait, what was this? I'm fine. Can't let this fatigue ruin the whole evening. I'm totally fine. Nothing to worry about. Carefully put her fork aside, staring at me. It seemed like the room had gone darker and only the source of light was her eye. You know, I can tolerate a lot of things, but there's something I despise more than anything. I can't stand being lied to. But I didn't finish, as in the next second the whole world seemed to go sideways in the ground, though in this case it would be more appropriate to say chair, slipped out from under my feet. My head hit the cold tile floor. Dozens of bells were ringing in my brain. Finally. If I'd known it would take so long, I would have added more. I heard Michelle push back her chair and get up. Something heavy landed on my shoulder, probably a foot. I tried to jerk away to let her know I wasn't her footrest. It didn't work. Hey, wake up. She didn't get a reply from me. I heard her laughing almost immediately, and that laugh was the last thing I heard before I passed out. Oh, fuck, man. Okay, there's a lot of different ways for this to end, but it all leads back to the same ending. Should we eat the spaghetti with mushrooms? I don't think that'll make much of a difference. Yes or no? What is this? Vegetarian? Yes. Scratched my nape out of concern. I didn't really want Michelle's work to be in vain, but at the same time, I couldn't go against my principles. She immediately interrupted me and thereby saved herself from my awkward excuses. Got it. Don't worry, I have other dishes besides the meat. After all, what kind of chef am I if I can't even feed my guest? Mentally breathed a sigh of relief. Just a single thought of a delicious dinner made my mouth water. Oh, have a seat. Let's try the spaghetti with mushrooms. Spaghetti looked like that kind you can only see in some fancy restaurant commercials. Fried mushrooms only made my mouth water. Can I get a stretch too? May I? Michelle blinked into me in surprise. What kind of question is that? It's for you, of course you may. Closed her eye and smiled, resembling a contented cat. Second, that was a small portion. I immediately wrapped the noodles on my fork and ate it without hesitation. 1. Oh, wait, and now this time she didn't put the meat out, just potatoes in this one. 1. Delicious. Don't remember the last time I ate something like this. No sooner had I swallowed what was in my mouth than I stabbed a few pieces of mushroom on a fork again. Michelle was enjoying her meat. She didn't even look at me. It's really good. It is it. I was afraid I added too many spices, but... She didn't finish. My empty plate was much more eloquent than me. Looks like everything turned out to be much better than I expected. Never seen people eat so fast. I can only shrug my shoulders as though I was trying to justify myself. It's uncommon for me to eat something as nice as this. Why so? I work too much. Sometimes I stay overtime, and I usually have no time to cook something. It's not a luxury for me to use delivery. Don't think I can cook. Don't think I can't cook. No, I don't. No worries. Well, I rarely indulge myself with something that takes more than 5 minutes to cook. I see. In that case, everything you see on the table is yours. But I don't want to be rude. Why do you keep making excuses? I'll be happy to see your empty plate. That would be the best compliment for me. Nodded my head unsurely and reached for the spaghetti, filling my plate again. I promised myself that this would be the last serving. Who would I be if I don't give the cook the opportunity to try their own culinary creation? Should leave some room in my stomach for other dishes. Once again, I wrapped spaghetti on a fork, along with mushrooms on it. At this point, Michelle began talking about something with great enthusiasm. To be honest, I was only lending half an ear to her, as my mind was somewhere else. The atmosphere of the house, Michelle's speech, and delicious food lulled me. I even felt a little sad at the thought that I would leave sooner or later. I wish I could stay here longer. Leaned forward and rested my chin on my palm, listening to Michelle. Didn't even follow what she was talking about. Something about her work and callings, I suppose. Words about her personal life slipped through. Her public life, too. About someone who likes bunnies. About some farm. Some wonderful physician. Didn't even notice the transition between her stories. It's all mixed up in one mishmash of words. I had a seizure. A sharp pain shot through my stomach. Oh, what? I dropped the fork and clutched my belly, curling up. Can only be compared to being pierced through. What happened? Michelle's voice sounded way too calm. Indifferent. There's no commotion or worry in it, not even a hint of it. I tried to answer her, but instead of words and incoherent speech, only a wheezing sound came out of my lungs. What's going on? I couldn't see Michelle, but I could hear her perfectly. She got up from her seat, came up to me. You don't feel so good? I could have sworn she smirked. What, did she make me eat glass or something? Oh. She put her hand on my head and with a light movement knocked me down to the floor. It happened so fast I didn't even realize it. Just a second ago I was sitting on a chair, but then I blinked and now I'm on the ground. I got so weak that I couldn't even turn my head to look at Michelle. Those table legs aren't so bad to look at, I guess. Felt pressure on my shoulder. Should I call an ambulance? Somehow I pulled myself together and nodded listlessly. Uh-huh. Adorable. Wrong answer, though. What do you mean wrong? My vision started to go blurry and everything around me was getting darker and darker. I could feel my lungs working worse with every breath. Did I get a food poisoning? When? How? Why the hell Michelle is so calm? These questions were filling my head until I closed my eyes. I didn't want to open them anymore. I felt something cold on my neck, where the jugular vein was. Oh, and this one we're just... Okay, I guess if you pick spaghetti, you're a loser. Her fingers. Probably. No, that's her knife. Wait, what? You should have just blacked out. Why the fuck are you dying? Through the void into which I was rapidly falling, I felt a strong push in my back. Felt like she kicked me. Fuck! I never thought that the last word I hear before dying would be fuck. Funny. Actually, I'm pretty sure like there's a 30% chance that if you die, you're gonna say fuck in English. After that, I didn't hear anything. Didn't see anything. And didn't feel anything. Oh, I died. The Last Supper. Your odds were 1 to 3, and yet luck wasn't on your side. I highly recommend you not buying any lottery tickets. And spaghetti, too. You don't want to get a tummy ache, right? Ending! Yippee! Yippee, yippee, yippee! Okay. Let's load this shit up. Okay, so we did refuse. Okay, I guess we gotta go back to this one, right? Take it, leave it here. No more questions. I guess we gotta go... Okay, let's try this. Let's get ready early. Let's just get up and go. I'm really enjoying this vision. This is really good. This is awesome that she's killing me every time. I decided not to waste my precious time and get ready. I took a shower and combed my hair and even had a little snack. Never been good at dressing up, but in order to not look like a sloppy goblin in front of my new acquaintance, I used my imagination and sense of style to the fullest. Chat, sloppy goblin is Riz, okay? A little bit of sloppy toppy with the sloppy goblin. Can't say the shirt, jeans, and jacket are something extremely fashionable, but my reflection in the mirror told me I looked marvelous. Glancing at my watch, the time on which showed 6 p.m., I went outside. It was a 30-minute walk, and I was in no hurry. I wanted to get there in a minute before 7 p.m. sharp. Sloppy goblin on Michelle? Hell yeah, brother. Well, I'm almost there. 6:47 p.m., which gave me a chance to enjoy the walk some more. In fact, I was even a little surprised that the road took me longer than I thought it would. Anyway, within 10 minutes, I was already standing at the entrance to the park. Maybe because I'm on time, she won't kill me. Walking inside, I saw the bench that I had been told about and my new acquaintance on it. Sped up a little, almost hopping, and approached her. Good evening. She jerked slightly at the sound of my voice. Didn't she notice me? Good evening. Honestly, I didn't expect you to be that punctual. Have I pleasantly surprised you, ma'am? You've pleasantly surprised me, and we better get rid of the little misunderstanding between us right away. She got up from the bench and held out her hand to me. Okay, Michelle Campbell, Michelle for me. Michelle, huh? I'm Clock. Shook hands. Grip was a little painful. Get to know each other better. Ask you anything, right? Almost anything. So I did already choose these things. About 25 to 28. We're just gonna say the nice thing. Why'd you choose the police? Why is it so empty here? Ooh, I'm gonna save here, actually. Laws are made for breaking them. I have a good reason. The laws are made for breaking them. I don't care what people say. If I want to go out for a walk, I'll go out for a walk. Besides, it's so nice and quiet outside at this hour. No one bothers me, you know. Just look at this little rebel. How cute. But you wouldn't last long with that way of thinking. I hope you understand that. Today you may have made it to the store and come back alive, but there's no guarantee that tomorrow you'll get the same outcome. Felt like a teenager who broke someone's window and is being scolded by a policeman. Or a policewoman, to be exact. Such an unusual feeling. Come on, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me, I'm a big strong clock. I just really don't like the idea of going out on another call about a dead body on the street. I've got a lot on my plate already. Ouch. I've got a lot on my plate already. Chat, chat. That's such a fucking foreshadow, bro. Get it, chat? She's got a lot on her plate because she's eating us alive. Ouch. That was too direct. On the other hand, we only met this morning. Why did I even think that she would start showing sympathy right away? I see. Be grateful I'm with you today. Okay, what happened to your face? No more. Ask about Nora or no more questions? Let's not ask about Nora. Yeah, let's say nothing. No more questions. Maybe we would have crossed paths under different circumstances. If I was lying dead in the dark nook. I hated to say it out loud, but I really wanted to see her reaction. Shouldn't have done it. She didn't get my reference to her own words right away, but when she did, she smiled silently. Looked like a bestial grin. Exactly. Whatever. I'm more than sure our paths would have crossed sooner or later. Okay, let's skip. Oh, she pat me on the back. What's this? Uwu. Hair clip. Wasn't here. Let's take it. Maybe we'll take it this time? Take it. No. No. Let's eat the meat? I'm not a monster. How can I kill someone who invited me into their home, welcomed me with a smile, and prepared so many delicious things for me? Easy. Many killers take advantage of the trust and kindness of their victims to strike when they least expect it. And you're in a winning position right now. What do you mean? Look around. Where are you now? In the kitchen. Mm-hmm, exactly. As far as I know, it's the most dangerous place in the house after the bathroom. She pointed her hand somewhere to the side, and I turned around. My gaze fell on the knives by the sink. Here's a great young killer's kit. You don't even need the manual. Oh, maybe this way I can grab the knife if I dodge. I'll look away, you pick up a knife, and... Wait, chat, I think this is another ending. Stay silent to object. Campbell. I had no idea why I chose her last name for the shout, but it worked even better than if I had shouted her name. Michelle twitched fearfully, like a dog hearing a dog whistle. Another hint! Despite my obvious inner protest, I still wanted to play along and stay in the role of the bloodthirsty murderer. I may be a murderer, but I'm not a monster. Last word was exceptionally loud. The fork she'd been holding the whole time scratched the plate, making me cringe. No, of course not. You're not a monster. She glanced away. Monsters look different. She sighed quietly and straightened up. But I guess I have one more day to live. My chief would kill me. Okay, skip. Okay, wait, chat? Let's leave. No. Fuck. Okay, don't skip. Stay. Stay silent. It's time to go home. Yeah, it's pretty late. I gotta go. You gonna pack up some food for me? Okay. That's really nice of you. Dodged. Okay, dodged. Grab the knife. Grab the knife. Okay. Michelle froze. I didn't understand why I was attacked all of a sudden. The fuck? Okay, it held the bat to her chest. No, dude, no! Decided to waste my precious time. No time to think I'll just have to take that risk. No, man. I was hoping he would go for a knife this time or something. Real? Stay silent. You'll shove a blade right in my neck. I squirmed in my chair. No, you're so picky. Then what about poison food? Poisoning a person is a whole art, you know. Gingerly glanced at the meat I liked so much. I'd pass out and then you could... Michelle! Okay. Maybe a murderer, but I'm not a monster. Making me cringe. Let's leave. Damn it. But maybe this time... Dodge. No, dude. Okay, so it's the same ending. Okay. Hmm. Let's go. I am not afraid of anything. Why do I have to sit at home and be scared stiff? Plan R. Running. Death can't catch you if you run fast enough. The word death made me feel a bit queasy, though I tried not to show it. Ah, so you're no coward, are you? That's good to know. I rarely see such brave people. But if I do, they're mostly lying in dark alleys, with a knife protruding their throats, and a pool of blood. Please ignore my whining. But still, you never know what or who might be watching you from a dark nook. Thanks for your concern. She frowned and looked away for some reason, but a second later there was no trace of that strange emotion on her face. You're welcome. Ask about Nora, sure. You know, I shouldn't disclose such things to others, but I think I can make a teeny tiny exception. Oh, something different! However, I won't tell you everything. She reached into the pocket, and at the moment she pulled out her phone, she dropped something. Quickly picked up this thing. The hairpin! A hair clip. Okay, okay. Just like me, Michelle was extremely interested in what I found and fell silent. Is that yours? She didn't answer right away, looking at the thing in my hand with genuine curiosity and panic. Yeah, mine. Seems strange to me. The acid pink hair clip with bright stars studded with sequins didn't suit Michelle's dark wardrobe. Don't assume I'm rude, but it doesn't look like yours at all. Moreover, there are hairs here. Bright hairs. I found it on the street and decided to pick it up. What's wrong with that? Yet again, I sensed something was wrong. Besides, Michelle visibly tensed up, and it felt like this tensity was dispersing the air. New ending, maybe? And what are these stains? I didn't really want to assume the worst, but they looked too much like dried blood. Maybe I'm just not minding my business, but it seems to me that in order for so much hair to remain on the hair clip, one has to pull it out with great force. The fuck are you hinting at? Whoa, hey, okay. I didn't like the atmosphere we've created. Perhaps Michelle did find this hair clip somewhere on the street and was just shy about it. Why did I even start airing her dirty laundry in the first place? This stupid professional deformation of mine. I used to be ashamed to wear some things myself because I thought they didn't suit my style. But there was only one thing that bothered me. Hairs. Blonde hairs. Blonde hairs covered in blood. Moreover, Michelle seemed too nervous. It was impossible to say exactly what she was thinking about. Didn't know what to think of myself, neither. I don't know why, but I suddenly wanted to lighten up the mood with a joke. You're so nervous. It's like I'm accusing you of murder. I reached out my hand to give her the hair clip. She did the same. Did I really catch a dangerous maniac red-handed? Don't tell me people are going missing because of you. Suddenly she jerked and grabbed my wrist. The hairpin fell on the ground. Michelle didn't even pay attention to it. She wasn't laughing. I wasn't laughing. She pierced me with a glassy-eyed stare. It looked like she wasn't even breathing. Michelle? My voice started to tremble, although there was no obvious reason for it. My subconsciousness or my sixth sense screamed at me that I had to run. I had every chance to twist my arm and leave. She said she wasn't carrying a stun gun! I only wanted it sexually! But she was faster. Something resembling a taser flashed in her hands. Ah! I didn't even have time to react properly when a sharp pain spread across my chest. Felt like as if I was struck by lightning. My muscles got paralyzed for a moment, but it was more than enough for me to fall on the ground. And then there was darkness. Darkness and the sounds of the taser. She kept tasing me! Oh no, chat, she kept tasing me. Oh, there's more! New ending! Jingle, jangle, jingle! I had no idea how much time had passed, but when I woke up, crickets were already singing in the grass, and the stars were dimly shining in the pitch-black sky. It's funny that the first thing I noticed were stars and not that my wrists were tied to something. Wait. What the fuck? Okay. Alright. Breathe. Don't panic or you'll worsen the situation. There must be a rational explanation for everything. Well, almost everything. Come on, Clock. Use your brain and try to remember what happened before. This isn't the first time I've been tied up, Chad, okay? And locked up in a strange room. I've done this multiple times and I've survived about twice. This'll be the third. Morning. The alarm clock. My article, the street, police department, the cigarette, that park, meeting, the bench, Nora, the taser, and Michelle. I'm right here. Why is this so scary? What? Am I still in the park? I shook my head and saw her. A smoldering cigarette was shining dimly in her trembling hand. And only then I understood where I was. A booth? A tent, maybe? Hold on. Is this a shooting gallery? Michelle was standing outside, behind the counter. With my peripheral vision, I managed to pick out the outlines of mechanical birds and animals. Base steampunk! I assumed the targets were painted on their front sides. What does all this mean? Do you know the saying, curiosity killed the cat? Her hand was no longer shivering, and the smoke ribbon became as straight as a ruler. I gulped nervously. I think I can guess what she's implying. Yeah, well, unfortunately for both of us, you've become this cat. She put a weapon in front of her without hesitation. I wasn't really fond of that stuff, but it looked a lot like a rifle. She put out her cigarette on it, and to my unconcealed disgust, touched the stub with her tongue without blinking an eye. Ugh. Couldn't help but wince as if she did this to my own tongue. Right after that, she hid the remains of the cigarette in her coat pocket. Chat, that's not even a silencer, is it? That's a freaking... What are they called? That's, I don't even know what kind of a gun this is, honestly. Is this just... Yeah, is that a suppressant? She's bluffing. There can't be a real gun here. It simply can't, right? Right? Compensator. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, that's what it is. A compensator. Hydrate check. Drink some water, chat. It's been a while. She pulled out several bullets, laying them out in 2 neat rows. Maybe she's a really bad shot. She only has 1 eye, chat. Maybe her depth perception sucks ass. Everything seems so surrealistic to me, I couldn't even understand what was going on. Michelle, what's going on? How odd. Just an hour ago you were asking me so many questions, I inadvertently thought, is this a detective in front of me? But now you've suddenly lost all your intelligence and can't figure it out. You tell me, what do you think is going on? A preparation for murder. I didn't dare to voice my answer, just sighed heavily. Not again, bro. Why? For being too observant. I can't just leave it like that. She didn't even look at me, just ran her finger over the bullets as if choosing a candy in a store. Put the weapon away. How rude. Try again. Ask properly. And can I get a stretch check? Put the weapon away! No! Stretch. Keep it moving, chat. You don't want to be not stretching. You don't want to sit for that long, okay? Suddenly, her fingers froze in the air. Yeah, we're gonna dodge it with the stretch. Michelle slowly looked up at me without saying anything. She climbed over the counter, touching it slightly with her feet, and came right up to me. Nah, I like that one. That's a good screenshot, chat. Oh, dear lord. At that moment, I noticed I was tied just above her level, which made me tilt my head down. Soft moonshine fringed her silhouette. A single eye drilled me through. Felt like she was trying to get much, much deeper. Deeper than my soul itself. Deeper than my primal fears. Why don't you shut your mouth and take a closer look at the situation? You can't move and you have nowhere to run. It's almost midnight and there's not a soul around except for you and me. And I also have a firearm that can easily make a hole in your skull. Even if you scream for help at the top of your lungs, no one will hear. Why? Did my taser accidentally erase your memory or something? Because of the curfew, silly. Besides, it's worth thanking those who designed this park. Putting a shooting gallery in the most remote part of it was a damn good idea. You're not in a right position to order me around right now. Is it because of my joke? Joke? A slight shade of an unknown emotion appeared on her face. Looked like some kind of remorse, but it disappeared instantly. Jokes, huh? She really did not like my joke. Jokes are supposed to be funny. You have no sense of humor. Wait. I have no sense of humor. Fine. I admit I don't have a sense of humor. But that's not a reason to stun me and threaten me with a weapon. Why don't you just let me go and we'll agree it was a simple misunderstanding? No. That was pretty bad. That was pretty stupid. How can you guarantee that you won't go to the police station and report me for what is happening? I give you my word! Yeah, and I give you my word you won't get punched in the face right now. Oh. Thanks. Ah! Your word sucks dick! She hit me right on my cheekbone, not letting me finish. Ouch. See? Breaking a word is as easy as giving it. And I'm 99% sure that's exactly what you're going to do. I'll be clear. I don't trust you on this one. So now you're going to kill me. Huh? Kill you? How could you think of that? I just want to practice shooting. Living targets add a little bit of thrill. You see, the shooting range at our department is being repaired. But my will to sharpen my shooting skills hasn't gone. Nothing personal, kid. You're just unlucky. Wait. Can I just run that back? I don't know if this is the one we got, but I'm just gonna take a screenshot of that one. She patted me on my sore cheek and jumped back behind the counter outside. Without even looking at the bullets, she took the first one at random, loaded the rifle, and pointed it in my direction. Squeezed my eyes shut. Bang! I heard a tin can fall to my right. Bang. The mechanical hair started running. Jesus Christ. Bang. Another can. Is she really practicing or is she teasing me? Bang. This time nothing fell. Where was she aiming a... Fuck! She shot my leg. I immediately got tears in my eyes. I tried to muffle my screams to not provoke her. I let out a few sobs. My leg was on fire. A stream of warm blood oozed down my thigh. I wished for someone to cut off my wounded limb. Anything to not feel this agony. Oops, my bad. My sobs turned into a quiet whimper. You missed. It hurts as... Missed? Nah, I think I hit the right target. I didn't have the courage to object. How could I have acted so stupidly as to go to a meeting with this? Wow, rude. For the next couple of minutes, this reminds me of that one horror video where, like, it's a guy going on blind dates and he's really ugly and messed up and, like, he's, like, disgusting looking, and then all the women are, like, passing up on him until he meets a girl that's, like, kind of, like, got a face deformity too or something, and then he's like, how about you come over to my house for dinner? And then, like, all the girls called him a monster and stuff, and then he gives the chance with the one girl, who's kind of, like, messed up, like, gives him a chance, and then he fucking eats her alive because he was actually a monster. Yeah. Am I being edged? Yes. For the next couple of minutes, all she did was shoot and shoot, but every time she missed, as if on purpose. That's awful, dude. And every time I didn't hear the rattling of cans or the sound of the mechanisms, I shuddered, mentally preparing for another wave of pain. Oh god. Why is the can louder than the fucking bullets? But there was no pain at all. Sometimes you're right. Yeah, sometimes you are. Oh god. She knew it would scare me. She knew it perfectly well. Fucking psycho. Hey! I looked up and saw a bullet in her hands. The last bullet. What if there's one in the chamber? I suppose it's time for me to try to shoot the last target, huh? But there's a shit ton of targets! How observant of you. It's true, but I simply got bored of them. Don't hate me. It's nothing personnel, kid. As I said. But on the other hand, hate me as much as you want. It is personal. I squeezed my eyes shut once again. My tears flew down my cheeks in streams. The sound of a loaded rifle. Safety off. Hey. Clock. I'm not... No, she's gonna make me open my eyes as I get shot, isn't she? Do you want to know a secret? Holy fucking shit. Holy shit, chat. I opened my eyes a little. A feeble hope was flickering inside me. Tried to believe she changed her mind. No, she's just cruel. Yeah. If my memory doesn't lie to me, you wanted to know what happened to that girl, right? She didn't bother waiting for my reaction. Well, I guess you got lucky for once. Because you can ask her yourself. What? Say hello to her. Ouch. Curiosity killed the cat. Now you'll know you must not stick your nose into other people's business. But why would you need to know it with a hole in your head? At least you turned out to be a good target. Damn, bro. Okay, what are these endings? Okay. Alright, so we have 3 more endings. Okay. Okay, we have 3 more endings. Okay, okay. We have 3 whole endings. Okay. Okay. Wait, what did that say? Oh, updates here. Okay. Alright. The art, though, love that shot. It was good. It's really good, the art. You have no sense of humor. It's not my fault your brain can't comprehend my jokes. Almost immediately, a heavy fist landed on my cheek. I hissed in pain. Sss. Choose your words wisely. Why? But I don't think it can help you now. So now you're gonna kill me? Huh? Okay, yeah. You can just skip that. You just shoot me. Please don't play all the sound effects one by one. Jesus Christ, I was scared there. It was gonna just keep shooting and clanging. Okay. Fuck, bro. What the hell? What the hell? That was a new route altogether, right? Like, from the start? Like, I went from number 1, I think. So that was this, and then we got ready. So let's save here. Okay. How old are you? 25 to 28. No, wait, maybe bad? Maybe say over 40. Over 40. What? Over 40? But you said guess. That was so far off. What makes you think I'm over 40? Do it again. Do what again? Guess again. I strained my brain and examined her face. Well, what resembled it, at least. Over 40. I still think you're in your early 40s. Oh my god. Question. When was the last time you interacted with women? Wait, no, not like that. When was the last time you interacted with a human being? I don't remember. I could see her trying to hold back so she wouldn't start raising her voice at me. And she was trying horribly. I don't know what I was hoping for when I offered you a meeting. You're the rudest and dumbest person I've ever met in my life. Waste of time. I was kidding. Put this kidding up in your... You know what? Fuck you. If you try to talk to me again, I'll obtain a restraining order. And if you come near me, I'll kick your ass. I had damn plans for you. Goodbye. Bye. Wait. Wait, what? So, she has to like us to kill us? The best ending. Be an asshole. Michelle turned around and headed towards the exit. I wanted to say something and apologize to make things right, but I couldn't. I didn't have the guts to do it. After standing by the bench for another 5 minutes, I followed Michelle's example and headed home. Wait, did she say plans? Well, they're not coming true now. What was I even thinking? Brute! Your insistence on your own rightfulness is incredible, but be honest. Was it done on purpose, or were you just curious what would happen? At least you weren't killed, right? She should have at least punched us in the face, chat. What the hell? I know I would have punched me in the face, man. What the hell? I would have fucking clocked Clock in the face right then and there, okay? I would... I would have done that. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Where is this? Okay, this one. Let's sleep some more. Let's be mean to her. Okay, let's be mean to her. Over 40. Okay. But then let's just stop there. Let's like guess now. Like let's guess. About 25 to 28. Her face visibly softened and she averted her eyes to the side. Like a dog that has been taught the shame command. Wait, what? Yeah, almost 28. Don't make that mistake again, or you'll put me in the grave for sure. It's too early for me to die. Okay, okay. So let's keep skipping. Why is it so empty here? Okay, I'm not afraid of anything. Okay. Is this good? Plan R? Oh. What happened to your face? Okay, save. Ask about Nora, sure. No more questions. Sat down on the bench and pat. Okay. What? Would you like to have a seat? Nah, don't feel like it. Oh! I just remembered an urgent report I need to get done by tomorrow. I don't want to seem rude, but I gotta go. I looked at her sympathetically as I knew pretty well what a deadline is. But I also know I also was a little perplexedly because what was the point of asking for a meeting here then? Oh. In that case, I dare not delay you any longer. Good luck with your report. What report? Oh, right. Bye. She actually just said, I don't like you. She dodged us. See you later, Michelle. Taking a step to the entrance, she stopped and looked back at me. See ya. In a minute or so, she was already behind the gate through which I had entered the park. Left all alone, I spent some more time on the bench. Something told me that the reason Michelle left was not the report. Could it have been me? Maybe. I haven't met new people in a long time, and I've probably lost some of my communication skills. Maybe I'm just overthinking. Finally, I stood up and walked towards the exit as well, thinking about all the things that had happened today. Storm that passed by. Sometimes the things you say to others may have a completely different outcome from what you expected it to be. Oh, expected it to be. But it's not that bad, right? I mean, the disaster has just passed you, so you should be happy about it. Yeah, you should. Wait, so she only kills you if she likes you? Or if you're nice, I guess? If you're like a cute guy? Okay, that's actually almost all the endings. This tells me if it's before the safe and sound, it must be at the very start of the game, chat. It must be at the very, very start of the game. Okay. So let's go at the very beginning. Wait, no. Back. Is there no options? Wait, okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. Wait. It said, okay, I had to pull up the guide for this because I actually couldn't figure it out. I actually had no freaking clue what it could possibly be. So I pulled up the guide because they did give me the guide. And I'm glad I pulled it up because I wasn't going to pull it up, but I actually had no clue because I hit skip and I realized there is no option before the one where you talk to her. So there is literally nothing you could do. Is that surprising, Cluck? I would only kill the ones I love too. Oh, really? I would just kill everybody. Like I currently do. However, it says... The guide says, and I'm glad I pulled it up because I would have been searching for a while. The guide says, in the beginning, find a small red dot on your laptop screen. Got it? Click on it. After this, the MC... Okay. It says small red dot on my laptop screen, but It's covered in dots. Maybe when we get up to... The text says, are you searching for something? I had to pull up a guide. I had to... Oh, does it actually? I saw R. Wait, I saw that. I moused over it earlier. Does it actually say, are you searching for something? Are you... There it is. Searching for something. Wait. Is that the red dot right there? It looks a little different, I guess. Here. Oh, is that... There's no way. There's no way, dude. There's no way. Here. I had to click here. I clicked it. There's glowing on it. Well, pretty much white. Dan got it. Why are you searching for something here? Yeah. Why are you searching for something? I said, are you searching for something here? Why are you searching for something here? Oh. Because of the guide. I saw that early on in my playthrough, but I didn't say anything because I didn't think to keep going. Okay, maybe it wouldn't have been impossible without the guide. Damn. 900 pages. Wait. The article... So did I do it? Where are they? Okay, this is the same. This is the same. Do I just hit skip? Oh, here we go. On the other hand, how can walking around help me with my inspiration? What am I? A poet? A novelist? An artist? Just a common journalist. Instead of roaming around the city and losing my precious time, I better make some coffee and cook breakfast. Another cup of coffee. Stay at home. That's an impressive dedication to work. Yet it led to a burnout and a scolding from your boss. Maybe having a stroll was a good idea after all. You didn't even try? Oh, wait. Okay, first of all, I just want to clear it up. You're right. I feel like I should have tried harder for that. It's just the playthrough was taking longer than I thought it would. And, I hit skip at the start of the game because I said to myself, was there any options on the laptop before getting to meeting Michelle? And there wasn't. Like, it just went straight to meeting Michelle, and we already did all the options while talking to Michelle. So I just thought, okay, it's gonna be something complicated. Like, I thought for sure it's just gotta be something complicated. Because I knew that there was a clicking mechanic, so I figured it must be something like that. And while I was right that it was really obscure, the clicking mechanic, I feel like we could have figured it out if I had given it at least a shot. And I'm sorry, developer, if you're watching this and I didn't give it a shot. Seriously, that is awesome, okay? Now, to continue. Once upon a time, in a dark, dark forest, not so far away, lived a gray wolf. One could call Wolf a bloodthirsty animal. He had razor-sharp claws and long teeth. But Wolf wasn't a bloodthirsty animal at all. He was loved by everyone in the forest. And every animal knew that Grey Wolf was always ready to help. It did not matter whether it was a tiny mouse or a mighty moose. If there was a quarrel, he would be the first to stop it. If there was someone in need, he would gladly lend a paw. If someone was starving, he would give them his piece of bread. The forest dwellers were well aware that they had nothing to be afraid of with Wolf nearby. This is literally Bigby. What the hell? They called him the Order Guardian, and Wolf wore this name like a medal on his chest. He did a great job in proving that he deserved it. And everyone was sure of one thing. As long as their guardian is alive, not a single drop of blood will be spilled in their forest. Right? Huh, that's good. That was really good, chat. That was good. Stay at home. Safe and sound. Brute. Storm that passed by. Okay, I think that's all the endings. Was there something else? Or just endings? The end. Okay. Oh, yeah, it said extra. I was gonna say, there was extra, wasn't it?
Испугался, не бойся. Я друг. Я тебя не обижу. Иди сюда, иди ко мне.
What the...
Сядь рядом со мной. Посмотри мне в глаза.
I hate this.
Я тоже тебя вижу. Давай смотреть друг на друга до тех пор, пока наши глаза не устанут. Ты не
I really hope
хочешь?
they're not saying something horrible.
Что-то не так.
Nice. Next update soon, I hope so! What the fuck? Well, I found the extra button. I'm glad I went back for the extras button. That was funny that it disappeared and then came back. There it is again. Okay, sure. Vodka-soaked AI. Wow. Perfect. Thank you, Russian cat. Thank you for speaking to me. Well, everybody, that was Don't Talk to Strangers. I hope you all learned a lesson. Don't talk to strangers. Yeah, the CGs were wonderful artwork. The story so far is really interesting. The endings are kind of hard to get, honestly. They're very precise combination of answers, and it looks like your answers are going to be, once again, very precise in endings in the future afterwards, because obviously none of the endings had to do with picking up that hairpin or not, but that's definitely going to matter in the future. So we'll see where it goes, honestly. There's definitely like a love meter or a like meter, an appeal meter, if you will, hidden in the background there. But that makes it interesting. I'm liking where it's going, honestly. It's really interesting. Even without more, it's still a really interesting storyline. Just like with the dead ends that we have now, they're still very good. Come join us on Twitch. I don't think this is, well, maybe this will be posted. YouTube, I'm probably going to post this tomorrow, actually, YouTube. So if you're watching this, I'm probably live right now on Twitch doing a 12-hour live stream to say thank you for 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you're not watching this and I'm not live, then it's probably already passed. And thank you for watching, okay? I really appreciate it. And thank you if you were subscribed. Thank you so much. And if you're not subscribed, please clock that like button and subscribe for me. Helps me out a lot. And if you like this video, you'll like the rest of the channel. I do daily uploads, daily games, indie games, horror games, visual novels. We do it all every day on the channel. And we stream almost daily on the Twitch, okay? So please check it out, okay? But without further ado, I'm going to clock out. So I will see you in the next video. Peace. They can come to Twitch to watch the VOD. Don't say, no. Why? Don't watch VODs on Twitch. Don't do that. Watch them on YouTube. I make money on YouTube. I don't make money on Twitch. But if you do come to Twitch, make sure to slam that Twitch Prime down. Maybe just a Prime sub, anybody. Anyways, bye.